What happens when childhood slowly transforms into preparation for an extraordinary future? For most people, growing up means discovering possibilities. School, friendships, dreams, independence. But for Princess Leonor, growing up may have looked very different. Because from a young age, one reality quietly followed her journey. A future shaped by royal responsibility. As Spain's future queen, Princess Leonor's path has naturally included changes many people may never fully notice. New expectations, greater visibility, public responsibility, preparation for something much bigger than herself. But what exactly changed as Princess Leonor grew older? And how different might life become when someone prepares for a historic future? Today, we're exploring the big changes Princess Leonor faced while preparing for royal life. Because sometimes the biggest transformations happen quietly. Let's explore. From private childhood to public visibility. One of the first major changes likely involved visibility. As a child, public appearances often looked simple. Family events, celebrations, national occasions, moments beside King Felipe and Queen Letizia. But over time, public attention naturally increased. People began paying closer attention. Expressions, public speaking, confidence, ceremonial appearances. Perhaps one truth quietly became clear. Growing up publicly means gradually becoming more visible. And visibility naturally changes experience. Because maybe one thing feels universal. Growing up already feels challenging. Doing it publicly may feel even more unusual. Learning the responsibilities of royal life. Here's another major change. Responsibility. As Princess Leonor grew older, public roles gradually became more visible. Formal appearances, national ceremonies, representation, public speaking, moments carrying larger meaning. People began seeing not only a princess growing up, but someone preparing for future leadership. Perhaps one important reality quietly shaped her journey. Preparation doesn't suddenly appear overnight. It builds slowly, step by step, year by year, because maybe one truth matters deeply. Big futures require time. Education took on a different purpose. Education matters for everyone, but for Princess Leonor, learning may naturally include another layer. Languages, international experience, history, public understanding, leadership preparation. People noticed important educational milestones over time. Not simply because of school, but because education often becomes part of preparing for public responsibility. Perhaps one quiet truth matters. Confidence often grows through preparation. And preparation often begins long before responsibility arrives. Public speaking became an important moment. One thing many royal watchers noticed over the years involved speeches. At first, public speaking moments felt new, careful, measured, significant, but gradually, confidence appeared to grow. People often noticed calmness, composure, preparation. Perhaps moments like these quietly represented something bigger. Not perfection, growth, because maybe one truth feels familiar. Confidence often comes from experience. And experience builds over time. Royal tradition brought new expectations. Growing older often means new expectations. For Princess Leonor, that may include understanding royal tradition more deeply. National symbolism, constitutional responsibility, public duty, representation, ceremonial roles. These expectations naturally become more visible over time. Perhaps one thing quietly changes when someone prepares for a royal future. Responsibility slowly begins feeling more real. Because maybe one truth matters. Preparation often becomes clearer as adulthood approaches. Military training marked a new chapter. One major moment that attracted attention involved military preparation. For many people, this represented more than tradition. It symbolized growth, responsibility, discipline, preparation for public service. Moments like this often feel important because they represent transition. Not childhood anymore, but preparation for something larger. Perhaps one truth quietly became more visible. Princess Leonor's future role no longer felt distant. It felt closer, more tangible, more real. The balance between public life and personal growth. Here's something people sometimes forget. Even while preparing for royal responsibility, growing up still happens. Friendships, education, identity, personal interests, learning independence. Perhaps one challenge of royal preparation includes balancing both worlds. Public responsibility, and personal growth, because maybe one truth feels universal. Everyone hopes to become themselves while preparing for the future. The circumstances simply look different for different people. King Felipe and Queen Letizia's role. Throughout the years, one thing often stands out. Guidance. King Felipe brings first-hand understanding of preparing for public responsibility. Queen Letizia often brings a more modern perspective. Together, many people notice what appears to be balance. Preparation, education, support, responsibility. Perhaps one important goal quietly exists. Helping Princess Leonor prepare for a future role while still growing naturally. Because maybe one truth matters deeply. Support matters during big transitions. For everyone, why people connect with Princess Leonor's story. People often connect with Princess Leonor's journey because something about it feels relatable. Growing up, facing expectations, learning confidence, preparing for adulthood, trying to understand the future. Those experiences exist everywhere, inside royal families, inside ordinary homes, because maybe one truth quietly connects people. Everyone grows through change. The details simply look different. The human side people sometimes forget. Sometimes people focus only on titles. Princess, future queen, royal responsibility, public appearances, tradition. But beneath all of that still exists something deeply familiar. A young person learning, growing, changing, preparing for adulthood, trying to understand what the future may bring. And perhaps one truth feels impossible to ignore. Big futures are still built by ordinary moments of growth. So, what big changes has Princess Leonor faced while preparing for royal life? Perhaps visibility, responsibility, education, tradition, public expectations, and gradual preparation over time. But maybe one hopeful truth matters most. The biggest journeys rarely happen overnight. They happen quietly, one lesson, one moment, and one experience at a time. What do you think? Which moment in Princess Leonor's journey do you think changed things the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more royal stories, fascinating discussions, and royal updates.